Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Sorry, today I was doing some gardening and I was thinking of the pick a card that I was going to do and wondering what I was going to use, and all of a sudden I broke off this massive like fern leaf, and I was really sad about it, and I was like, what am I going to do with it? And then it kind of hit me. I was like, oh, okay, apparently we're doing this. So pile one will be this giant fern taking up a lot of space. Pile two, now I don't know what this one is called. It's one of the ones that grows really long, like it vines. Anyway, it got some sun damage, so, you know, half alive, half not. And pile three will be this absolutely dead rosemary branch. So take a moment, choose your piles, and I will see you in your readings. Welcome pile one. If you chose this enormous fern leaf, then this will be your reading. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards and lay them all out. And I might fast forward so you don't have to wait for me. Okay, pile one. As I was tapping into your energy and shuffling the cards, I had ones that wanted to come out prematurely and I was putting them back, and it actually took a really long time. So I feel like there's an element of like patience, which makes sense with like such a big leaf. It probably takes a really long time to grow. So I can see there's Virgo and Taurus here, and you could have either of those in your chart somewhere, or they might just be relevant for the reading. So I feel like for this reading, it's like you're potentially like looking out into the world, you're like making plans, like trying to make things happen, and you're feeling a little disheartened, probably a little bit impatient, wondering why things aren't moving faster. And I think that there's like an element of like lessons still needing to be learned with the Hierophant here. I also kind of feel like I just got enjoying the simple things in life, like just enjoying what life has to offer, enjoying the moment, just, you know, being comfortable. It's actually kind of Taurus energy, like, you know, enjoy the meals that you're making, the people you have around, like enjoy your home space. I guess like really like be present and find gratitude in what you have for right now, while you're needing to be patient, because it seems like you're feeling a little bit in a lack energy. Yeah, and the Knight of Swords is like wants to rush, wants to get things done, wants to move quickly. It's a very fast card. And he almost looks like, you know, he's a bit angry over here, like, why? Why is this happening to me? Why do I have to wait? So yeah, it's definitely patience for growth. I think with patience will come an inspired idea. I think actually meditation will help also. I think sometimes, just being present in what we do day to day, back to this like Taurus energy of like, maybe you find it quite therapeutic and almost like a meditative practice to um, cook for your family, or like, instead of finding doing the laundry a burden, you could actually use it as like a meditative practice, uh, because, it can be a way for us to get out of our head. And I think through doing that, you'll find you might come up with some new ideas or like be inspired, or even like maybe finding a way to move forwards in whatever you're feeling impatient about. This could be anything depending on who is listening. Obviously, this is a general reading, not personalized, so there's many different people that are watching. So you'll know what this is for you. It could be like, work or a relationship. Literally could be anything. So yeah, I guess part one, what you're needing for your own growth at this time is just to be patient and present and find joy in all the little small things that we do in life. And that's it, part one. I hope that's really helpful for you. I hope you found some clarity today in your reading. Feel free to post a comment or leave an emoji or like the reading. It really helps my channel with the algorithm. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 2. If you chose this half alive, half dead leaf, then this will be your reading. Let's just put that over there. Okay, so for your reading, I'll be using the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, pile 2. So I ended up using the What's the Tea deck just for a card or two. Now, I feel like for you guys, I'm picking up like, it's like there's an element of divine protection potentially. There seems to be an ending of some sorts. So firstly, you could have Virgo in your chart, or this could be in regard to a Virgo. And I feel like there's a level of like confusion or something about a choice that you're making that you think might be for your highest good. And I think what's happening is you're being blocked. I feel like you're being blocked by like the universe or spirit or, you know, whatever you want to call. And there's going to be like an ending of this situation for your highest good. You know, this card here says blocking negativity, dodging bullets. So yeah, I'm just wondering if, like, you know, you're on your path and you're thinking something's for your highest good, and like it gives me like there's a level of excitement, or, you know, you feel like it's going to fill your cups up. I actually think that what's going to fill your cup is going to be you. And I feel like you need to be, it's like at this time you're needing to be spending time with yourself and working through things yourself and finding your own self-fulfillment. And I don't know, maybe you have a lot of ideas, a lot of aspirations. Maybe you're wanting to work with other people. And I feel like right now you're kind of being, what's it called, like put on ice or like on the bench. You know, like there's like a timing, like it's not the right timing right now. So I feel like there are people that are being blocked from coming into your life because it's just not the right timing for right now. If there are people in your life, so there could be two groups here. One of them is, you know, you're in like a solitude right now and you're wanting to branch out, or like wanting to, like, you know, take steps forward and, you know, meet new people or work with people, whatever, and you're like kind of being blocked. On the other hand, I feel like there could be another group where you already have people, maybe you have networked, or, you know, you do have people in your life, and they're actually, I feel like there's an ending here, like potentially your relationships may come to an end, or maybe, you know, if you're working with people, that's going to come to an end. But I think there's definitely an ending here for that group. And it's for your highest good, because it's almost like that path is not the path that you need to be on right now. I feel like that could be quite frustrating. You know, maybe you've worked hard to get there, or, you know, maybe you're just feeling really inspired and motivated, and to have to stop, and almost it's like a frustration of like, what do I have to do? Nothing. Like, you know, being put on ice, for example, like just when you've got lots of ideas and aspirations, you know, if you've had people come into your life and you like get excited about it, that could be very frustrating for you. But I do assure you it is for your highest good. And I feel like that is what's going to help you to grow or elevate. I think it's just what you're needing to do right now is to be working on yourself or for yourself. I think ultimately it's both. You're working on yourself, for yourself, your own emotional fulfillment. Even if it's like work related, I still feel like there's a level of like emotional fulfillment. Maybe, you know, what you're doing isn't going to be emotionally fulfilling enough. Like maybe there's just another path that, you know, maybe it's just like a slight change that you might think of, and it takes you on a more emotionally fulfilling journey. And that's not to say that like what you are doing is not emotionally fulfilling, or it's not what you're meant to be doing. I just think that maybe there could be like a small shift where, you know, you might think of like just another idea or something. I feel like it will be when you're like by yourself. and maybe that's why you're needing to spend time alone. And just that small little idea will just help you move in that slight trajectory change down your path that's actually going to be more fulfilling than what you thought. So yeah, pile 2, I think that's all I have. So that's what will help you grow in your journey for right now. I hope that was really helpful. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose this very much dead rosemary twig, then this will be your reading. I'll be using the Connected and Free Alchemist Oracle deck. And the Tarot of Light for your reading today. Okay, pile 3. So for your reading, I feel like there's this is very much throat chakra energy. Obviously I pulled the throat chakra card here. So I feel like this is definitely going to be about your voice and your self-expression. Also, both of these cards are very much blue. So yeah, and the way that I've positioned this with, you know, fear under the throat chakra, I feel like there is an element of fear around expressing yourself. I feel like you have some competitive energy around you, maybe in the form of people. I do feel like you could potentially be in your head a lot right now. Like you could have, you know, conflicts going on in your head, like fear around like who you are, or like how you express yourself to people. You could even be in a situation where you don't feel like you can speak up for yourself. You know, you could have somebody who's making you feel uncomfortable to defend yourself, or speaking up for yourself, or, you know, using your voice in some way. There's definitely a level of anxiety around this. So this could just be you internally. I think that, you know, it will be different for everyone. So like for some of you, this is just like an internal battle that you could be facing right now. For others of you, it could actually be external, where you have people, you know, it's like that external reflection you're projecting out, where you actually have people who are making you feel like this. And these people are here to teach you to overcome this. So whether it's, you know, an internal conflict that you have, or external, this is all of just a fear that you have, that you're working through right now, so that you can get to a place, you know, you can, I guess you'll grow through this into a place where you feel more comfortable to express yourself, you know, to use your throat chakra, say what you want to say, be who you want to be, without the fear of, I guess, what others are thinking about you. I feel like with this is the Two of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it makes me feel like, you're potentially deciding, is it better for me to stay safe, play it safe, and just, continue to do what I'm doing, or should I step out into my comfort zone and actually take risks? This could be talking up about somebody or about something that you're wanting to advocate for or you feel passionate about. This could be, something like starting a YouTube channel and needing to use your voice, but being fearful of what others might think of you. It literally could be anything for you. I just think that you need to continue to remind yourself that this anxiety or fear that you're feeling is just, it's just that. It's just a fear. Like, if you're living in the present, you don't need to concern yourselves with these types of feelings, I guess, because what you're doing is anticipating the future from past experiences. So you're living in the future and the past, but not the present moment. I also feel like for some of you, you've potentially dealt with like a level of oppression, and it could go back into like past lives. Like I'm seeing, this is almost like being burnt at the stake. I don't know, like maybe for some of you, you had that happen to you in a past life. That would be like a real fear that you would carry on into, this life that you're living now, where you are afraid of, speaking up or speaking a truth, or, whatever it is for you, because you have had things happen in a past life, or maybe even in this life, that actually has jeopardized your safety. I think what you're working through is that it's not serving you anymore to hold on to this fear. So I think you're actually going to grow out of this and let this fear go and realize that you are safe. You're safe speaking your truth and expressing yourself, saying what you want to say, and nothing's going to happen to you when you do. All right, let's see. Is that all? Yeah, pile 3, I think that's all. Hang on. I am feeling the anxiety in my heart. So, I feel like it's beneficial for you guys to really learn how to center yourselves during this time, when you're starting to feel any types of anxiety or, stress around this, to sit with yourself, close your eyes and just do a little recentering meditation, maybe, go for a walk. Find something that works for you to center yourself and to remind your body that you are safe. Even calling your energy back to you. I think that would be really helpful for you guys. And that is all pile 3. I hope that's helpful for you. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.